Let me make sure this is actually working. One time I booted this up, and on Riverside it said it was live, but then you go on YouTube and the thing just didn't exist.
So how do you, well, work on getting it, making sure, and then we can chat. So I'm seeing something over here that says, please keep this tab open until the upload is done. This is your upload page. And on the top it says Riverside Lucas Mullen Studio. Is that what this is?
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
What does it say? It says keep the tab open.
Yeah, so this is what I can see. I don't know if this is just an accident.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I'll close
I
it
don't
out.
know. If it's in your way, I'll just click out and see what
I'll
happens.
just click on it. That's fine.
All right, we're live. Let's go. I'm gonna post something on my story real quick.
Cool. How do I, if you send me will you just text me the link and I'll put it on my story too?
Yeah, yeah, we'll do. Boom. All right, I'm sending you the link real quick.
Cool. So you just post this on your, like, how do you funnel people to this generally?
Just from posting on my stories mostly in the past.
And you just do like a little sign up link?
Not even. I literally just post a link.
Oh,
I've been
we're
like,
live. You're like, we're live right now, and
yeah,
and then
yeah.
people just
No,
join.
I need to get better at it. It was more so just like get going and we'll, like make it exist and
Yeah.
make it good,
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. That's why, the past couple weeks, you're my second guest on now. And so just like slowly ramping things up. I don't know if I want it to be like a guest thing every week, but the guests definitely make it more interesting because I'm not just here yapping to myself.
Totally, totally. Um, yeah, I've gone live just like on Instagram, and it's funny. Like, it's just awkward. You start talking, and then all of a sudden, people start like asking questions, and
Yeah.
then you're off to the races.
Yeah. You do that often or no?
I used to do it once a week, but I stopped because I'm like so focused on building Good Morning right now
Yeah.
that yeah, I just stopped doing it.
Yeah, so tell me about that. Tell me about Good Morning because I know nothing about what that is.
It's pretty cool. It's a platform that just. By the way, will we be able to see if people are here?
Yeah, on I don't know if it's the same for your screen, but on my screen there's like a watcher count in the
Oh,
top right. It says there's two people
no.
here right now. Shout out if you're here.
Hi,
Type in the
people.
chat.
Good Morning is
Oh,
a
Saeed's here. What
tool
up, Saeed?
that. Hey, Said. Good Morning is a tool that just tells you exactly what to do in your Meta ad account uh, every day on any given day. So it's like
Really?
I can, when we get more people going or when we really dive in, I can share my screen and walk you through one of the clients that I have and
Yeah, like
like
a
how
little
it
demo.
operates. But makes it super simple because I know that running meta ads is a headache and there's a lot of data and like what does this mean when? And so I've taken all my knowledge from years of running ads on Meta and just like put it here.
Cool. So so
Yeah.
it like gives you kind of just a like a report every day on what happened yesterday and whatnot.
It's not, it's way more. First of all, there's an interactive dashboard so you can see like your performance over time. You can check different metrics, and then it has essentially this like card system where it says like pause this ad, iterate
Okay.
on this ad, scale this ad,
It's like super
and it
simple.
tells you,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
and it tells you why, but it tells you why so that you can make a decision based off of the evidence.
Yeah.
And then it's up to you to do it. So I don't really believe in like letting an AI into your ad account to make changes. I wouldn't trust it ever. Like instead, let AI do a lot of the analysis for you, but then you make the decision.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, that's awesome,
Yeah,
dude. I think like a lot of people could benefit from that because just like the meta ads interface is very daunting to
it's a
approach.
total bummer. It's a
Yeah.
total bitch. So I because I've been following you for so long. Um,
Yeah, bro, you're like
from
you're
what
one of
I
my
can
OGs.
from what I can tell, you were one of the first people to start talking about world building. And I really mean that. Like, I don't think people were talking about it that much. And then you were talking about it, and now it's like completely taken off. Like, how did you land there?
Yeah, dude, it was like a total accident. I was well, one sec. What's I say? Does that work even in the learning period? Let's say a new ad account. Yeah, Said, I think it's gonna be perfect for you. And like Alex said, we're gonna do a little like demo later on, but I think it'll be perfect for you because Saeed's got like a small upcoming fashion brand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, what I was saying, it was super random. I had this video series where it was just like listing off whatever random like brain like it was just like a brain dump basically. It was so stupid, but I just randomly said in one part of it, I was like, marketers were no longer world builders. Real ones are on brand cartography, and that like people loved that. I was like, okay, maybe there's something here, and so I just kind of like viewed it as my the unique angle in
Mm-hmm.
marketing content because there's like a million marketing creators. So it's like, how do you need like a special angle? So I just went all in with that. Um, yeah, and that
I
was
mean,
kind of like my product market fit moment, I guess, a
really
little bit.
smart and like a huge insight. And like, so many people are talking about it now.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah,
It's
kind of like
crazy.
perfectly lined up with like kind of AI blowing up. I mean, not perfectly, but in the way people are talking about it and approaching marketing
Mm-hmm.
now.
Yeah, yeah, and it's true, dude. Like the best like lifestyle brands that I see right now are doing that exact thing. They're creating these like worlds, and I've seen them done in like really shitty ways, but shitty just being like the quality's low. That doesn't mean the like engagement's low. And then I've seen them done like really high like production ways,
Yeah,
and
totally.
like I'm sure you know this as much as anybody else. Like you could spend $10,000 on a world building shoot, and it will do as well as spending $10 on a world building shoot.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have to like throw all this money at stuff.
Yeah, that's why I like to find examples that are like seem really simple to shoot and like wasn't done with a big production team. That's something I look for, and just because you can break it down to kind of like the elements that are working here, so anyone with a small budget could put it into action.
One of my favorite videos that you posted was the example of like showing your model like in an environment where like people are doing something in the background,
Yeah,
and it's like the soccer players. Um, that's like my favorite. I've used that as an example when I'm on calls with clients to be like, don't put your model on a white background. Like put them
yeah,
somewhere, and like just with something going on in the background, it makes it that much more like watchable.
100%. Yeah, dude, that video with the soccer in the background was funny because I posted that exact same script like a month earlier with a different example, and it did well. It did like 300K, and so I was like, I'll just do the exact same script again, but with a different example. And then
Oh,
that one went
sick.
for like 1.7 million or something like that.
I mean, that's a good playbook for all organic, right? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you
Just
can
repeat the
use your
winners.
scripts as long as they don't. I've tried repeating some of my winners and they flop. Like I popped off the first video that I ever had popped off with about me being related to Neiman Marcus,
Yeah.
and I've tried to redo it a couple times, and it just like I think that the algorithm has changed a little bit.
Oh, definitely,
Um,
dude. It changes like every month a little bit.
oh, dude, it was tough. I had a tough like what month are we in May? The first 5 months of this year, I just like stopped growing, like full halt. Like was growing like 2 to 3 people a day, and before that I was growing at like 100, 150 a day. And then I've started playing around a lot with trial reels, and I'm
Really,
posting like 5 to 10 trial reels a day of just like
really.
nonsense, like
Wow.
super lo-fi, just me being like, or like using. I have one of these things, you know, no free plugs, but I love this brand. It's just so smart, you know.
That is smart.
Um,
I've never seen that.
it's a nice little water bottle. It's called a Ringo, but like I just rip like 5 of those a day, and one of them happened to pop off the other day, specifically about Good Morning Co, which was like really
Oh
lucky.
yeah, I saw you post that in your story. Yeah.
Yeah, I moved it over once it like broke like ninety
Yeah.
thousand views. But like
So
now,
it popped when
at
you
least
moved
right
it
now,
over to the main feed, or popped on trial.
popped on trials. I let it rip for
Okay.
like 5 days on trial reels. There's no like real playbook. Like anybody who tells you like this is how you do it, like I think
Yeah, dude. Every
they don't
single
really
person who's
know.
like telling you what to do on trial reels is saying a different thing. So it's like,
Yeah.
what is
So
the answer?
and I don't trust any of it, so I just kind of like did it on feel. I was like, okay, like 90,000 views on trial reels is like pretty good. Like
Yeah,
it's
totally.
not pretty good. That's really good. Like I guess I'll show it to my followers now, and I think it's just continued to rip. I don't know. I stopped looking at it, but oh yeah, now it's got 130,000. Like
Sweet.
it's doing well. I don't know. I don't know. Like everybody has a different tactic. I've started moving over some trial reels that have like 3,000. Like my average view on trial reels is like 300. So what I've started doing is if it gets about 2,500 to 3,000, I'll just move it over to my real one just because why not?
Yeah. No, that's smart.
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't touched trial reels in months. I used to just like repost like my winners on my for my main feed. I'd repost them as
Yeah.
trials, but then that just like stopped working. So
Yeah, that
I haven't
worked in
touched
the
it since.
beginning. I know that that worked in the
Yeah.
beginning quite well.
No, yeah, it actually worked like pretty well for a little bit.
Yeah. But you're also like you're a green screen creator. Like I would imagine like it's a different practice for you to like just like rip one with no,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like just being
No, it's definitely different. I've actually been this week. I'm trying to dabble a little bit more in the yapping style, and it's like I'm trying to completely unscripted, like just jumping into it. It's a completely different game. Yo,
yeah,
Noah, what
yeah.
up? Noah's another one of my OGs.
What's up, Noah? No, I think I probably have you though. Like I swear, I think I started texting Lucas when he had like 50 followers.
Yeah, no, you guys are close.
Oh, here now I can
Besides
see the
back.
chat.
But yeah, dude, I've been trying to get into the yapping, and it's like it doesn't really matter if you're talking in a normal voice on the green screen. I feel like, so I can kind of like play it up and do like like presentation voice, I guess how you call
Totally.
it. But
Yeah.
when you're doing the yap, you gotta like block that all out and just forget that there's a camera in front of you and just talk normally. And that's
Yeah,
like
my
that's so hard.
that's a great way to put it. Well, like it's okay if you have a little bit more production. Like I have the chair hop. Like that one is like so theatrical.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
the yap is like you just kind of have to like lean in and be like, you know, it's really annoying, you know, and like just like
Yeah.
see, and then you see what happens. I've found that like my best yapping videos are when I'm really tired because I don't have the
Really?
energy to like care. I just don't care. So I'm like, I'm just gonna like see
Because then you
what
don't like play
happens.
it up or anything.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah.
Carson's here. What up, Carson? You wanna get in this demo, or
Yeah, do you, I
just
mean,
show
do
off
you,
what you
how
got?
do, how does this normally go? Like,
There is
what do
no
you
normal.
do?
We just we just kind of
There's no
go.
normal. All
It
right.
doesn't
Well,
matter. Like I
let
said in
me
the
ask.
text, it's like the whole goal with this is to just get on and rip it and not have to think about it. So
I love it.
however it goes,
I
it
love
goes.
that. So let's do this. Is everybody in the chat, like, how many people are there? Like 8 people now, 7 people? Is everybody running ads on Meta? Is anybody running ads on Meta?
I know Saeed was wanting to dabble in it. He's been in the chat pretty often. I don't know if he is.
Um, well, I'll just show
See what
you
everyone else
here.
is saying.
Um, Let me try to actually. You know what? Will you talk a little bit, because what I should do is come up with a. I need to get rid of some of these brand names on here so that I'm not like sharing like information. Let me make sure.
Saeed goes. It normally goes like 10 to 15 minutes of trying to fix the audio, which is so true. I don't think I've had a single stream so far where there hasn't been technical problems at some point.
That's a bummer. Here,
Yeah.
why don't you rip a little bit? I'm gonna duplicate a client's dashboard and then
Okay.
change the name so that I'm
Bet.
not like breaking any rules here.
Noah says potentially something to look into end of year, all organic at this point.
What's your normal advice around organic? Like, how does that go?
You mean like in the streams or just in general?
Like, yeah, what's your advice? Because you do such a good job with organic. Like, what do you tell brands?
Well, I guess the main thing is to shorten the content. Usually if I'm like if a brand just wants feedback, it's almost always like make it way shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Carson says $100 a day budget for a brand called Off Court right now. We can take a look at Carson's at that.
Yeah, let's do that. Carson. So let's first talk about like your, while this is working, let's first talk about your ad account. I don't know what you're doing, but what I recommend always for brands is one campaign, one ad set, go broad, making an ad set budget optimization. And the only lever that you really are pulling is your creative. Like, just let it rip. Drop new creative in there, let it test. If it's getting a lot of spend and it's at a ROAS that you love, cool, don't touch it. If it's not, kill it and iterate on the winner.
So you're just like as simple as possible, maximum volume, maximum testing.
Yeah. I mean, you got to be a little bit careful. Like at $10 a day, you probably don't need to start with more than like 5 to 10 ads in your ad account. Um, you'll be fine. What you definitely don't want to do is throw 100 ads in there. Like I had a client who I was on the phone with the other day who's spending like about 150 a day. And she was like, my ads aren't like, I'm not getting out of learning mode. And we went in and it's because she literally had 100 ads live, which means like in theory, in the best world, like each ad is getting $1 a day. You're never
Yeah.
going to learn,
Yeah.
right? Like you need to let each ad get enough money so that it can actually convert, and then you can figure out like, oh, this ad is the best performer.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Carson says how many
Um,
ads in one ad set? Did you say one? Or I
I
guess
just
you said
say-
one.
Yeah.
You say
just
one
go-
ad set, as many
one
ads
ad
as
set.
possible?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So Carson, like what you'll do is like launch 10. You'll get a sense of what ads are working, kill 5, launch 10 more. And so you'll scale up essentially 5 at a time. You'll kill 5, launch 10, kill 5, launch 10. And eventually you'll find your ceiling of like, okay, like I don't need more than 20 ads, 30 ads in my ad account, in my ad set at a time. Yeah. So I get asked this question like all the time. How long would you say learning mode takes? It's actually not a function of time. It's a function of the data that you've got, right?
Totally.
So if you're spending $1 million a day, you're going to find out in about 30 minutes. If you're spending $100 a day, it depends on your average order value, because you need to get, Meta will say you need to get 50 conversions in a week to get out of learning. You could probably get out of learning after 15 conversions, 15. So do the math on that, right? Like if you need 15 conversions in a week and your average CAC is, let's call it $30. I don't know, right? Like, you need to be spending at least $450 a week, right, to get to that
Yeah.
15 conversions. At the same time, and what brands run into that's a problem is they won't spend enough out of fear. And what happens is you end up bleeding out over months instead of bleeding out over a week or 2 weeks.
Totally.
And like, it's never my money. I'm not going to tell you what to do to spend more money. But from a business perspective, I would rather see you fail and learn in 14 days than fail for a month or 3 months and then learn, because that's worse for your business.
Move fast and break things. That's what I always say.
Move really fast, and it is like gambling, which totally sucks. I had a client one time. He was spending a lot of money. He was like, "You must love gambling." I hate gambling. All I can do here on Meta is it's informed risk, right?
Yeah,
Which
totally.
is like, it is gambling because you don't know what ad is going to do great, but after 4 weeks, you're going to know generally what ads do well, and you're going to iterate on those.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Do me a favor, Lucas. Will you talk for a little bit while I work with AI to get this dashboard set up so I can show people?
Yeah, yo, Saeed, what are you like shooting at like separate content for the ads, or are you just putting money behind your creative or behind your organic? So you scale inside the ABO broad campaign, or once you find some winners, do you make a winner campaign and go CBO?
So I never move. No, just give me 1 second.
Yeah, no, lock in. I will. I don't know. Let me see if I can find something to yeah.
Here, I'll tell you. All right. So can you
Okay.
scale inside the ABO broad? Okay. So can you scale inside the ABO broad campaign, or once you find some winners, do you make a winner? No. So you can't scale ads. You can't scale ads in an ABO or a CBO unless a single ad is living in an ad set, right? You can only scale an ad set or a campaign. That's just how the platform works. So I never recommend, I'm not saying it doesn't work, but I never recommend you test an ad in one place and then move it to another. Because what I can guarantee is that it might not work, right? Like, it might work, it might not. And that's what I can promise you. And it's not worth the risk. So in terms of scaling, think about it at an ad set level. Put the ads that you have into that ad set. Align on what your floor ROAS is. If you're marching towards a ROAS, I think that's okay. And say to yourself, okay, my floor ROAS is a 2, which means A, do not scale until you hit 2.5, right? And B, you're probably not going to get to 2.5 until you iterate on those ads that get you up there. So the first batch of ads you throw into your ad set, your ROAS is probably going to be a 1 to 1.5. Hopefully, might be lower, right? But you're going to find that one ad in that ad set that has an outlier or the best ROAS. That's great. Iterate on that ROAS and kill the worst ones. Iterate on that ad that has a great ROAS, kill the worst ones. So all of a sudden your ROAS goes from an average of 1.5 to all of them are between 1.5 and 1.75. And then you're slowly going to iterate and without touching the budget until you get to that 2.5, and then scale your ad set. Because I don't want you to scale your ad set if your floor ROAS isn't, if you're not hitting your floor ROAS. It doesn't make sense to spend more money. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool.
All right. Inspire asks, what do you mean in terms of organic to make it shorter? So here, I'll pull up an example of what I mean when I say that, because we reviewed this brand on stream a couple weeks ago, and I think this is a great example of what I mean. So I'll just let this play.
can say alright.
So when I'm watching this video, I love this concept of like this kind of liminal office, and then this mob kind of runs in, but it just like takes way too long to get there. And then when you get there, they kind of overstay their welcome a little bit. And I think you're just like losing people to scrolling there. And so basically what I'm saying with make it shorter is just like tighten everything to be as concise as possible. Because I think you're going to lose people, like you're not going to hook them, and then the people that you do hook, they're going to leave before they really like get to the main part. You know what I mean? So that's basically what I mean is like write with your eraser when you're creating your content.
Can
And
I
say
can
that's
I
a
give
lot.
some additive advice to this one?
Yes, please.
So I think like in terms of like length of piece, I think it's like I'm so on board with that. I think it's so right. I think to take a step back from the asset itself is that most of the people that are probably on this call right now and that you and I speak with are solopreneurs, or they have really small teams. This piece probably took this person 5 hours to make, right? And it probably got, I don't know how many views it got. You can probably tell us, but my point is, it's better as a solopreneur to take, okay, 9,000 views, right? Cool. I have a piece of content that took me 35 seconds to make, right? That's gotten 150,000 views. So my recommendation always with solopreneurs is like, it can be 15 minutes, but if it takes you an hour to do, you have better things to do with your time. The performance of the piece itself is also relevant, which is shorter content tends to do better. It just does. And that's because the algorithm prioritizes a percentage of the total viewer view of that piece.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
there's
and
a
if you can
reason
get
why.
a repeat view, that's like huge from what I've heard.
Exactly.
It's like if someone gets back to the
Exactly.
beginning and then watches a little bit the second time.
So I did this thing the other day with my girlfriend where I I filmed her doing something, but I took the last 2 seconds of what she was doing and I made it the hook. So
Yeah.
the ending kind of cuts off in a weird way, and then it starts over, and you just couldn't tell. And it created this loop, and my content doesn't do well on TikTok, but this one did because I was like playing with the algorithm. So it's really, to go back to that, it's like the algorithm likes shorter content because people like shorter content, but like you're a solopreneur, you have to, I'm assuming a lot of the people on here do fashion stuff.
Yeah.
Like you've got a lot of stuff on your plate. Like do the thing that's quick because
Agreed.
it's, if it's quick, it can still get a million views. Like the more time it takes doesn't mean it's better quality.
Yeah, dude. One thing I say a lot of the time is like, don't try to do a hero video for your campaign. Like, try to take that same concept and break it up into a bunch of shorter videos, because not only are you going to get that retention from a shorter video, but then you're getting like all these different shots on goal to get that big viral video. Whereas if you put all this time and effort into some, big vision, kind of like high production thing, and it gets 9,000 views, it's like you just completely wasted your time.
Totally, totally. I was so the people who are on here that don't know, I was I led the paid media team at Dollar Shave Club for a period of time, and that's a behemoth of an organization.
Yeah,
It was, it still is, right? But the principles of what they did and what huge brands do is exactly what small brands should do, which is do one really high quality photo shoot or film shoot every quarter. That's fine. Like
yeah,
do it once a quarter, spend that money because you do need to have like a reflection of your brand in a high quality way. And then let those assets like ride you out for 3 months. And then every week do some lower quality like little snacks to just feed the algorithm, because I know for a fact the higher quality stuff, especially for paid media, isn't going to do as well as the lower quality stuff. And so it's just not worth it to like spend $10,000 on a photo shoot. It's just not going to work that well.
yeah. Carson says he just signed up for Good Morning. Can't wait to
Let's
link
see,
with the Meta account
Carson.
and turn the money printer on.
Carson, can I? Let's see. What's your brand?
I think it's Off Court is what it's called. It's like a deodorant brand.
Oh, I'm not seeing that in here. Let's see. That's so weird, Carson. That's a problem that you've signed up and that I'm not seeing it. Did something break?
Inspire, what's your account? You got an Instagram? We'll check it out.
Okay, I'm ready for the walkthrough.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, Carson, I'm gonna put my email in here. Will you email me and let's hop on a call.
Oh, he says he hasn't linked the Meta account
Oh.
yet.
Okay, well, shoot me a note. There's my email, everybody. Okay, here's a walkthrough. For those of you that are interested. So the way that this tool works, it's called Good Morning, goodmorningco.com.
Did you how did you make
Um,
this? Did you like vibe code this?
Coded it.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. The moat, though, like anybody in theory could make a dashboard. The moat is I've taken like all my years of experience and I've created really robust logic around what to do.
Cool.
So everybody needs to know and wants to know, how are you performing, right? So I have an interactive graph here, chart here. You can look at different metrics if you want, your conversions, your CPC. You can look at it over a week for 90 days, week over week for 90 days. You could do month over month for 90 days. You could do custom ranges, that kind of thing. This isn't loading because I'm only doing 7 days. The real function of the tool is down here, which is it tells you exactly what to do. So it will tell you, iterate on this ad, Creative 141. This is just a fake ad, but it tells you why you need to do that.
Wow, dude, this is sick.
Thank you. And then what it can do is you can take this, you can click this button here, this brief button. It'll analyze the ad for you. Like it seriously analyzes it and
Really?
it generates a creative brief with 3 iterations of that ad.
Wow. Okay, here's a question. So
Yeah.
so Carson was on the live last week and he was showing off how he uses AI to generate new creatives for his account.
Mm-hmm.
In theory, could he take that brief that this is giving you and he could plug it into his system and kind of just like skip that whole like briefing thing? Wow. Okay.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. And again, just so everybody knows, this is for you to make a decision about. So I've given you all of the information you need to know to decide, like, is this actually good for my business? Yes or no. The next thing it does is it'll tell you what ads to pause. And this isn't just, what's really important, somebody was just asking about this on the call that I had right before this, is that this doesn't just look at your ROAS. When you sign up, it's going to ask you what your floor ROAS is. Now, here's the thing. You can drop all of your metadata into Claude and say, I want a ROAS of a 3. Tell me what to do, right? And Claude is going to analyze your data and then give you very generic advice. Good Morning does not give you generic advice. What
Sweet.
Good Morning does is it makes an assessment about your entire account and looks at other metrics outside of ROAS to make a determination as to whether this ROAS is actually not great. Here's an example. Your floor ROAS is a 3, right? There's a world where this 2.67 ROAS actually isn't that bad because there's still an opportunity for it to get above a 3. So in this case, the data says it actually is that bad, shut it off, right? And that's probably because there are ads that are way better, but it considers that.
Yeah.
So
One
it
sec.
depends-
Saeed asks, will this work for new Meta accounts too? I'm guessing this
Yeah.
works better once you like start getting stuff in, but you could do it at any level. I would think.
You can do it at any level. And so this account, it's a dummy account, but it's right here. It's called standard mode. Let me show you what happens when it's a new account. When it's a new account,
here we go.
It goes
Here's
into
the
this
sauce.
thing called below floor growth mode.
Okay.
And it starts making recommendations that are outside of the world of your below outside of the world of your floor ROAS. So if your floor ROAS is a 2 and there's no ad above a 2, the recommendations start to change. And it doesn't become about trying
Smart.
to scale. It starts going, okay, like this ad has like not a great ROAS but has a ton of volume. Like what's the deal? Like how do we like can we change it in a certain way? So the recommendations start to get really specific.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense.
What else? Any other questions? I love this stuff, by the way. I mean, talking
Dude,
about
this is awesome. This product.
Thank you.
This it's funny
Okay.
like so like Carson was on last week showing his whole like making new creative process with AI, and now like seeing this, it just makes me want to like have something to make ads about, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'll just
Yeah, you
like I'll
can
just like
use it.
start selling black T-shirts that I like buy on Amazon and just be like,
Why not? You know, so yeah, and then I forget who asked this before, but in terms of scaling, so it will also there's an action button. It's called scale. It'll tell you when to scale and by how much. And then lastly, it just takes your best creative and you can download a creative brief.
and just make more.
Yeah,
Awesome. Wow.
yeah, yeah. And then there's an executive summary. I like. I was a media buyer. I used to have to send a weekly email every Monday to like the CEO and the board and be like, "This is
Totally.
how everything was going." This just does it for you, so you don't have to think about it. Does the ROAS account for the cost of goods sold? It doesn't, but it does include your profit margin if you want to put that in. I assume a 40% profit margin, but you can change that on the onboarding. So the ROAS is not a margin ROAS, is what we used to call it. It's just a pure dollar in, dollar out, or dollar out, dollar in ROAS.
Cool.
Yeah, so it will. So will this mostly recommend creative switches, or will it say, okay, it's time to increase budget or change a setting within the actual ad? In terms of changing settings within an ad, I don't believe in any settings. You need to be going in, other than geographical. You need to go broad, unless you have like legal constraints. So the settings don't change. It does tell you to scale budgets when it's appropriate, generally when you're 0.5 higher than your floor. And it will tell you to turn off ad sets or campaigns.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What I'm curious about, like, any ideas or plans you have like going forward that are going to be coming to Good Morning, if you are willing to share.
Yeah. So the first couple of things that I'm focused on are going to be actually allowing you to make campaign level decisions. So in the e-commerce world, once you start spending a ton of money, you might want to do like a lead campaign also, right? Which means like ROAS actually isn't your target metric. You really would just want to capture emails.
Okay.
So you'll be able to go into the settings and say like, this campaign is actually a lead campaign, and I don't want to pay more than $2 per lead. So the recommendations for that campaign will start to optimize for that. Or you could do like a holiday campaign, right? Or a holiday ad set and say like, this ad set, like it's for Christmas. I need to offload a bunch of stuff. I'm actually happier with I'm happy with a 1.5 ROAS instead of a 2.5. So you can change that, and then the recommendations will be unique. Right now, it's just looking at your whole account.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
That's
this is awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm really excited about it. I don't know if you all could see earlier, but I've got 80 people, almost 90 people signed up right now using
Sweet.
it. It's 14 days for free because I really want people to like see that it helps. And
Yeah.
and then it's not that expensive. It's $50. It's like my objective is to make this a no-brainer product for people. Like
Yeah,
you
I love
shouldn't
it.
have to think twice about spending the money on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saeed, you gotta hop on, bro. Saeed was talking about I asked him. I asked him if he's just turning his organic content into ads, or if he's actually making separate ads, because he's kind of just starting out. And he said he's been using his organic. To record some reels that I thought would fit well for an ad, like something I wouldn't have posted except I'd want to use it as an ad. So do you think putting money behind a good organic winner is a good idea?
Yeah, I would never boost organic. Don't boost your organic stuff. That's essentially like forcing people to eat broccoli. Like they'll eat it, but they're not going to like it. And you
Yeah.
can't spend money on that. My recommendation generally is like it's not a flywheel, and if anybody ever says it is a flywheel, they're wrong. I guess maybe it is. It's not a flywheel. Put stuff out in the world that's organic, right? And like if you happen to have one that's like an anomaly that's got a ton of great like a ton of views or a lot of engagement, take that asset and do something to it that makes it into an ad, right? Don't just like keep the asset plain, right? Like add a
Gotcha.
call to action, maybe put a value prop on there or some like lifestyle copy, but just do some minimal adjustments and then use that as an ad.
Makes sense.
That's my first piece of recommendation. The second one is you'll look into when you go into your ad account, you'll see that some value propositions do better than others, right? Or some pieces of creative do better than
Totally.
others. So appropriate to learn from your ad set and then create content around that, right? So I can imagine most of the people on here are doing lifestyle stuff, so it's not like problem solution type value propositions,
Yeah,
but like
definitely.
you might find out that like for some reason like every ad where like the person is in the rain works better, right? Oh,
Yeah,
good
something
signal.
random like that.
Yeah, like let's do some like organic content around rain, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. So
Okay,
so when you say
yeah.
when you say you're gonna turn an organic piece of content into an ad, like you're gonna make a change, what does that usually look like? Is it like super circumstantial, or is there kind of specific changes you make?
No, like it's like it would be disingenuous for me to be prescriptive because I don't know,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
So do what you can, add some copy up front, right? Like put some copy up front so that it hooks people. You could put I'm neither here nor there about calls to action. People know it's an ad; they know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Right? You don't need to say like click the button, but like add some copy to it. If quality is your thing, talk about the quality of it. Like if like it's for a unique group of people, like sober punk rockers, be like booze has nothing on me. Like whatever it is, like just put a little bit more copy in there to or something to
Gotcha.
make it a little bit more like an ad.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What were you about to say before I jumped in?
Oh, okay. So I just wanted to answer this question. I started at $100 a day yesterday, split between 3 ad sets, 1 creative each, 1 ad set. Yeah. So like, this isn't me trying to be, I'm not trying to mansplain on this one, but like, just think about the structure that you've provided. Rather than giving 1 ad set $100, you've given 3 ads at $33, which means you're spreading yourself really thin. So put all those ads into 1 ad set, give that ad set $100, and let Meta figure out which ad is actually the best because they'll all learn from each other. When you
Yeah.
break things out like that, what you're doing is you're creating an environment where the ad sets are competing against each other, but there's only 1 ad in the ad set, so it's not really learning anything. If that makes sense.
No, definitely. Absolutely makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. What else we got?
Well, obviously people in the chat can keep spitting questions.
Any other? Yeah. I love this stuff. I love this. Lucas, like, what's your favorite like brand that's doing good world building right now?
Ooh. Let me just see who I've talked about on my Instagram lately.
Okay.
That's usually a good sign. Oh, dude, you know my favorite is it's Manners Golf. You a golfer?
Yeah. Yeah. Manners is doing really cool stuff right now because
Dude, I
golf
just
is so
like-
boring.
Dude, and they all make the exact same content. It's all just like on the golf course, a video of a guy hitting a ball, and it's like golf is beautiful. It's like shut up, bro. No one cares. And
Yeah,
Manners is
yeah,
like actually like
Manners.
having fun with it.
Yeah, and it's really well done, and it is totally a world. Yeah,
Dude, and they just like they think outside the box too. They're not like they did this one recently where they like did the country club auditions, which I thought was so smart because it's like a caricature almost of something people are already familiar with in golf. So good. Who else is killing it? You have anyone in mind?
um, I actually keep a Notion document of like every time I see something I love, I just like drop it in there.
What's the recent additions in there?
Oh, Fern. Fern does really
Oh,
cool
I've
stuff.
seen Fern, yeah.
I love.
Dude, they're like
The,
I wonder what their budget is on theirs because it feels like I'm watching a movie.
it is. It's a total. It's a total movie. Let's see. Oh, Shinzo is doing good stuff right now.
Yeah, Shinzo's fire.
I really like Shinzo. Let's
Shinzo
see.
does a really good job of taking, like, where most people would just post a picture of a model standing still in a studio. They like take something else, like it's a video and it's got a cool background and there's shots of them actually moving and like holding something.
Yeah, yeah, they do. Yeah, exactly. This one I thought was cool. Nonsense.
Nonsense. I'm not familiar. I gotta tap in.
Yeah, nonsense cool because they like.
Oh
You'll see
wow,
in the
they're like
beginning.
brand new.
Yeah, but they show like behind the scenes, right, which is cool.
Cool. Love it.
Let's see. I don't know what a lot of these are, but this one's called. This is fun. It just shows you like it doesn't need to.
We can't see it. Whatever you're showing.
Oh, sorry. Like it doesn't need to be
Cool.
like this like big production thing to be like kind of interesting, you know?
Yeah, totally.
You're like, oh yeah, that makes a lot
What
of
account is
sense.
that? Good House.
This one's Good House BKK.
I recently, so I've got just like this lineup of burner accounts that are all like I've like trained the algorithm to show me certain stuff, and I recently made a food one. See what the
Oh,
other
that's cool.
good like food ones are doing. I'm gonna add this to the list.
Judy. I mean, sure, Judy's great.
Oh yeah, she's a legend.
Yeah.
That Burberry, wow, that's cool, dude. Burberry's doing a lot of cool stuff lately.
This one's yeah, oh yeah, this is Burberry, yeah. Oh, I like this.
Yeah, I saw this is that's RN, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they're doing a lot of good stuff too. Like they're like explainer videos. I think what they do specifically well with their explainers is they use the visual examples really well. So it kind of shows where their inspirations are coming from.
I like that. Yeah, the behind the scenes stuff is cool because it's like in an odd way that like just because it's behind the scenes doesn't make it any less magical. You know?
Oh, totally. Especially I made a video about this like a couple weeks ago, but like especially with AI, like it could be some a video that's clearly not AI, and it'll still have people in the comments like accusing you of using AI. And so it's like you're almost like required to do BTS to show. At least now, eventually people will start doing BTS with AI, so it'll be like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They'll just like this one I thought was cool. This Manners Surf. I don't know.
banana surf. Wow, dude, you're putting me on. I'm over here like, yeah, I've got 6 burners, and I still don't even know all this stuff.
What's this one? This one's good. It's so simple, like it's but like you're like oh, yeah, it's so different. Okay, how do I? So there are some questions here. Sorry, I was like
Yeah.
so exciting. Um, is there just the ads, or can it expand to cover other stuff like views or website traffic, or does that need to be checked manually? So it will. There's some components of it that will. One of the things I'm going to work on is doing a landing page or PDP analysis. But one of the things it will do is if it's noticing that your ad has like a really high click through rate and a really low conversion rate, it'll recommend that you go take a look at your landing page. I want to take it a step further and say, like, go take a look at your landing page. It should look like this, and here's the creative brief based off of the ad.
Oh,
Because
okay.
in a perfect world, every ad should go to its own landing page. Um,
Yeah.
Sorry, not every ad, but every ad that's like unique in value proposition or model should go to its own landing page. And that way you know that the person who's clicking the ad is interested in the ad and then gets a landing page that's unique to that experience. And there are some tools out there that like you actually don't need to create multiple landing pages. It'll essentially create like a UTM at the end of your URL, and it will load a different like skin to that landing page based off of the origin.
Cool.
Yeah.
So is it going to get to a point where I don't even know if AI can do this right now, but where it can like look at your landing page and give you recommendations?
Yeah, I mean, I could do that right now, but it's like so subjective, right?
Yeah.
Like you really want to always make data-driven decisions, which is like, there are tools out there like Hotjar where you can like heat map and see how people are, but that's like, unless you're spending like $100,000 a month, like you don't need
Yeah, yeah,
that,
that's like in the weeds.
like it's super in the weeds. Like at that point, you're like you're looking for like razor thin margins.
Yeah, totally.
You don't need to do that. That's why like I'm such a big fan of going broad. Is like you don't need to be like slicing and dicing. Like you haven't even scraped the surface of your total addressable market. Like find those people. It's like you don't need to like play around in meta that much.
Totally.
Yeah.
Saeed says he's about to sign up for a free trial.
Go for it.
Love that.
Go for it. Have at it. I think you'll love it. But don't sign up until you've got ads running in there because I don't want your free trial to
True, yeah.
to just like run
You
out.
waste
while
your
it's
whole
empty.
free trial without any
Not
ads.
yeah. Not that I'm not willing to extend free trials, but it is somehow not as easy as I want it to be. But even with AI doing it, like I'll have friends call and be like, "Can I get another 7 days?" And I'm like, you know that this is like an hour's worth of work for me to figure out.
Is it really?
Like,
Oh my god.
it's just like I have to like go back and forth, make sure it works. It's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I have a hard enough time just getting this stream to work.
Yeah. You should try Instagram.
Dude, I want to, but I'm just like I want to make sure it's actually working before I like take it cuz I think when I put it on Instagram it'll get significantly more views. Like we're sitting here this whole time and it's like sub 10 concurrent viewers.
You'll
On
get
Instagram, it'll get
I
significantly
I think
more.
I think you'll get way more. Like because when I do it, like I get up to 100.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
And
I
then the
think
questions are just like rolling in. Then you're like,
yeah.
what? Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And once you get the questions are like what make it special. Like if without questions, it's just like watching a podcast, and so you need the questions to come in.
Yeah. You should do an audit. You should audit someone's brand.
Dude, that's what I was doing. Yeah, I've still got like a big list of people who submitted to get theirs reviewed. I just think it's way more fun. Like last week we had people in here who were watching the stream. We were just like auditing their brand live for them, and they were like giving feedback and stuff. So I think that's like a way more fun way to do it than how I was before, just kind of like doing it and be like, hey, here's the video.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's cool. That's what people like. I mean, I do this one-on-one with people where like I'll go through an ad account and like audit it with them. I don't know that people want me to do that live because it shows.
Oh,
their-
definitely,
it shows their
definitely not.
financial information.
Yeah.
But like people love it. Like, it's like, you know, like, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Like, please, you know.
You do a lot of those? Really?
Yeah, there was a period of time where I was doing like 8 a week.
Wow.
Um,
Just like for an hour, or what? How long does that take?
yeah, an hour at a time. And then I would answer other questions, you know, like just how we're doing. But like,
Totally.
I started focusing on this, and it's just exhausting, like call after call after call. So I raised my price just to see, just to like slow it down and make it a little bit more worth my time.
Did it slow down? Because sometimes people say you raise your price and it doesn't even matter. And it's like,
It's slowed down. I know the number.
Okay.
If I want a high volume of people, it's $200.
oh,
If I
geez.
want
Yeah.
if I want no people, it's 300. But I don't call it like an audit. Like it's a 1 hour consultation.
Yeah.
You know. I've been thinking about maybe doing like group classes. I don't know. I gotta. You all can tell me. Like you all
Some
have
kind of like
different ideas.
cohort thing too.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Good Morning Co. Like the other thing I'm going to do with Good Morning is add a little chat bar into it. So like you can just ask it like, hey, this ad isn't doing well in my ad account. I can see like why aren't you recommending I shut it off, and it'll just tell you why. I essentially want it to be me.
Yeah.
You know.
Just like a bot version.
Yeah.
Cool.
Exactly. And I record. I try to record. So I'm like big on like AI tools. My Fireflies that I have in all my calls takes the transcripts and drops it into a file for me where it gets analyzed, where Claude analyzes it and like studies my voice. So I could at this point
Wow.
make the chatbot like my voice.
Cool.
Based off of all that data. Yeah.
Inspire asks how. Inspire, we'll do an audit for you live right now if you drop your Instagram. I know, Alex, you said you got to balance 6:30. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hop in 3 minutes, but like, let's try it.
This might be the page. Inspired, if you're here, confirm that this is the page. This looks like the same photo, but I don't know. Maybe he's got something else. Let's just look at.
Half a university degree? Well, 3 years ago, I was sat in my chair doom scrolling when I got a message from my friend. He reminded me that I have a festival on that weekend. The only problem was I'm a big bucket hat wearer. And I didn't own any good ones, just the nonchalant ones. So I did what any sane individual would do and hop on Google and buy one. Except they were all just kind of mid. Just big brands slapping logos. So I decided to make my own. And that's when the infamous pizza bucket hat was born. That weekend, I was chilling in the mosh pit when someone came up to me and asked, "Hey bro, where'd you get that bucket hat from?" That's when I had the light bulb moment. Fast forward 3 years, we just completed one of the biggest pop-ups we've ever done, the Easter show, and I want to say thank you so much to everyone that came. And I did all of that from here, my garage. Is it possible to run a business?
Pizza bucket hats.
Pizza bucket hats.
Oh, this one's kind of old.
Do you want to try one on?
No, I'm pouring things to spread.
No worries. Do you want to try one on, Bob? Maybe?
I would be, would I? Not
Yeah.
anymore.
Oh, what happened to the new you?
I don't think you can wear back of that when you got kids.
I feel like you can be the fun dad.
Yeah, I've got a couple at home. They've just been sitting in the drawers for years now.
Maybe you do have to move on.
Yeah.
Would you like to try one on? Oh, that's okay. No worries at all. Okay. You want to try one on, mate? They are pretty fun.
I don't know. I don't know if these interviews are the most engaging thing ever. Like, I think there's potential with this style, but I don't know if these selections are really gonna be catching people. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, I think like the founder, like let's watch this one.
Pretty fun.
They are fun.
Would you like to try one on?
No, thank you.
Are you sure?
I promise, thank
You look amazing in a
Okay,
pizza.
pause it. Here, I have an idea. So
hear it.
like one of the things that you all should look at is this company called Cool Kicks. And what they do is they've gamified a lot of what they like their interactions. Yeah, Cool Kicks. So they've created like they resell kicks. They resell kicks. It's cool, but they create content that's not about the product necessarily. Sometimes they do, but like they'll do things where like you're at this show, right? Like they'll show like arguing, like haggling. They gamify things, so they'll
Yeah,
say
I've seen
like,
that.
if I roll a 4, like I'll give you 50% off or whatever, and that's the thing that's engaging. So rather than just showing you selling the hat at the whatever it's called, the convention center or the showcase, like turn it into a game for people, and that will become the interesting thing where your hat or your brand is the punchline.
Agree, dude. Like, I was at some like convention thing once, and this guy had this crate. He wasn't like, everyone's got this booth where they're all. It was like for vintage clothes, and everyone's selling their vintage clothes, whatever. But this one guy had a massive crowd at his booth because he was like doing this like fishing game where you've got to like take a fishing pole and you've got to like fish out
That's
whatever
sick, yeah.
whatever nonsense,
Yeah.
like just doing something completely different.
All right, I got to run. Oh, this is funny. That's a good idea. I like that. It's visually jarring. All right, guys, I got to go. It's been real. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for popping on, Alex. Everyone check out Good Morning. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Just goodmorningco.com.
Yeah.
Everyone check it out. Check out Alex's page too.
I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. Peace, bro.
Yeah,
Thanks for
check
coming
me
on.
out. Neiman's View. I try to give tactical advice.
Yes. You absolutely did.
For everybody. I'll talk to you
Peace, bro.
later. Peace.
Yeah, so inspired, just like wrapping up what he said. Like trying to do something else with the interaction to make it more engaging. Like really, really hardcore setting up that the expectations and then the payoff. Because these kind of feel like it's like you see this up and you're like, oh, there's gonna be a payoff, but then it like never really comes. Just kind of, like nothing really happens. So that's what I would say with this style. I think you're obviously comfortable shooting this style, so I would keep going with it. But just think about how you can take it to the next level. So yeah, I've actually got to bounce too. So thank you guys for coming in. Like I said, check out Good Morning Co. I'll drop Alex's Instagram in the chat too. Yeah, we'll be back up next week. Probably also Thursday, but I don't know. Check out my Instagram to get the details. Peace.